Welcome to the Morning Report, a production of FightBackMedia.com, the #1 source of urban conservative information in America.
Good morning and welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. The Morning Report is a product of FightBackMedia.com, 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 and FightBackMediaTV.com. We are thrilled to have you here this morning. My name is Willie Lawson. So we've got a full slate of truth for you this morning, uncensored and unfiltered. We begin this morning with an event that could shape the future of the largest Christian denomination in the world. That's right, the Catholic Church. The papal conclave is officially underway, following the death of Pope Francis. But it's anything routine. There's over 100 cardinals from across the globe. They are locked away in the Sistine Chapel, where the Vatican is, right now. No phones, no press, no distractions, just prayer and a lot of powerful political positioning. Now, don't let anybody fool you. This isn't just about choosing a spiritual leader. It's about setting the global tone on issues from abortion to immigration to the church's role in politics. Now, I saw someone this morning talking about this, and they basically said that to put this in the realm of liberal and conservative is really missing the boat. What we're really talking about is a traditionalist, right, and a populist. Traditionalists are about church doctrine, and the church is the most important thing. The traditions are the most important thing, and a populist is really about how Catholics live every day. You know, they are popes of the people, so to speak. Francis was that kind of pope, and someone like Pope John Paul II was more of a traditionalist. But anyway, there are 4 main contenders right now, and I hope I pronounce these names right. Cardinal Luis Tagle, he's from the Philippines. He is seen as more of a progressive or populist favorite. Cardinal Robert Sarah from Guinea, orthodox and tough, a favorite amongst the traditionalists. Cardinal Pietro Parolin, who is the Italy Secretary of State, is deeply embedded into Vatican politics. And Jean-Marc Avellin of France, sort of a dark horse with a diplomatic streak. The first votes went on yesterday on the 7th, and we got black smoke at the end of the day. White smoke means that we have a pope. Black smoke or gray smoke means that they had a vote and they didn't come to a conclusion. It's been 87 years since there's been a pope picked on day 1. And it's more likely to be the 3rd day. I don't think there's been any days that's gone past 3 or 4 days, especially in recent history. So if we don't have a pope today on the 8th, we'll probably have a pope tomorrow on the 9th. I say we. I don't personally have a pope, but a lot of my friends do. So here's the wild Catholic Church being pulled in 2 opposite directions. One side wants to continue the social justice activism, the populace of Pope Francis, while the other wants to reclaim moral clarity and biblical orthodoxy, the traditionalists. I don't know. My bet, if the global South had to say, it could be the most conservative pope since John Paul II. I don't know. Maybe. We'll be right back. At 7 Weeks Coffee, every sip defends life. We give 10% of every sale to pro-life pregnancy centers across America. Drink coffee with conviction, because your brew should stand for something. All right. You know, Bible has mentioned these days that we live in that there will be wars and rumors of wars. I'm not cracking a beer. I promise. I'm cracking a non-sponsor, my Waterloo cherry limeade. It's cold. It's the sparkling water. Are we bougie that we like sparkling water? Yes. I like it. All right. Here's the deal. This is serious. This is serious stuff. I'm sort of making fun now, but this is serious stuff. Tensions between India and Pakistan are at their highest point in years. Why? Because over the weekend, India launched a cross-border airstrike in the Pakistani territory. That's right, real military strikes, not diplomacy, real military strikes. Why? A brutal terrorist attack in Kashmir left 21 Indian soldiers dead. India blames Jaish-e-Mohammed, a group allegedly sheltered in Pakistan. In response, India's Prime Minister Modi gave the go-ahead to retaliate with precision strikes. Pakistan has responded with fury, calling this an act of war, vowing retaliation. Now, here's the deal, kids. Both of these countries have nuclear weapons. So we're not talking about some diplomatic skirmishes here. We're talking about two nations that have gone to war multiple times. Let me put it plainly. Weak American leadership embodies emboldened strong men. When we retreat, chaos follows. And this is just one example. Are you tired of funding woke corporations? At Mammoth Nation, shop American-owned businesses that share your values. Get exclusive member-only deals that pay for themselves. Join the America First Marketplace at mammoth.com. All right, here we go. Now let's come home and talk about what's shaking the political earth right here in the United States. President Trump is back in the headlines with three major moves that have the D.C. swamp in full-blown panic. First, Trump's nomination of Casey Means as Surgeon General is raising eyebrows across the medical establishment. Why? Of course, because she's connected to RFK Jr.'s wellness movement, and she's not afraid to challenge Big Pharma. Is she controversial? Maybe. But she's a wake-up call to a system more focused on profit than patients. Second, the White House's economic policy has drawn fire from none other than the Federal Reserve. Trump's team is reportedly preparing a new wave of tariffs aimed at rebalancing trade with China, Mexico, and the EU. And the Fed says it could destabilize the economy. I think it can finally develop a level playing field for American manufacturers. Oh yeah, and today at 10 a.m., Trump has announced on Truth Social that there is going to be a very large deal. You know, he's hyperbolic. I don't know if it's going to be a big deal or not, but it's worth watching. We're going to be engaged at 10 p.m. during that press conference. So we're looking forward to Trump's announcement at 10 a.m. on Thursday. That's on the 8th. That's today. And thirdly, a leaked immigration plan suggests that migrants could be deported to Libya, a known conflict zone. There's always hell going on in Libya. Now, please, there isn't any evidence that Trump plans to send anybody to Libya. But when we talk about plans and things that might happen and that Libya come up, probably. But it doesn't mean that Trump is ready to round people up and send them to Libya. Now, this is what you're going to hear on the press this morning, but that's not really true. However, it is true that was leaked. Interesting. Whenever something's leaked, we have to sort of give it, an ensconced eye. But we'll see. The left calls it inhumane. But here's the kicker. The administration argues it sends a clear message. America is not open to illegal border crossing. America is not open to illegal border crossings. So what's the real controversy here? The president is doing exactly what he promised, or that he's actually doing it effectively. So what's the thing? Listen, love him or hate him, Trump is not playing by the establishment rules, and they hate him for it. At 7 Weeks Coffee, every sip defends life. We give 10% of every sale to pro-life pregnancy centers across America. Drink coffee with conviction, because your brew should stand for something. All right. That's it for this edition of Morning Report. 3 different stories, 3 different parts of the world, but one common thread. Truth is under assault. And it's up to us to keep it alive. Whether it's picking the next pope, confronting global conflict, or shaking up Washington, D.C. We are here to expose what matters and hold the powerful accountable. Until next time, go out there and love someone, learn something, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you. Thank you now.